What are lawmakers hoping to get out of the meeting and dinner at the White House today?
David, this is a fairly regular meeting that happens between congressional leaders and President Trump. It's going to be the top three leaders on the Republican side in the House and the top two in the Senate. They usually discuss the legislative agenda, according to someone who's familiar with these meetings, and that's the expectation today. The top two items, as we know, on the president's legislative agenda are health care number one and taxes number two. The path forward on health care is uncertain. The bill is stuck in the Senate. Leader McConnell has a tough strategic decision to make as to how long to keep pushing on this in the hope of getting at least 50 of his 52 members in line on this. It's proving to be a very, very difficult task, David.
Sahil, that's what's on his agenda, the president's agenda. How does that match up with what lawmakers on Capitol Hill want to see happen here in these next few weeks?
Republicans on Capitol Hill certainly want to get a health care bill done. They squeaked it through in the House by the slimmest of margins, and Senator McConnell, who's been the architect of the repeal and replace slogan that Republicans have campaigned on for the last 7 years, certainly wants to make good on this. It's a tough call, though, because he's going to have to make a decision as to whether the pain of uniting his conference and taking a tough vote on a health care bill is going to be worth the political fallout of this, because right now the health care bill has been battered in the House, and it's not particularly popular right now, even when you stack it up to the Affordable Care Act.
What's the reaction been to the proposal that the president mentioned yesterday at the White House? He signed a document, that being a letter to lawmakers yesterday, encouraging them to follow through on the proposal he presented about privatizing air traffic control. This is based on a piece of legislation that never made it out of committee to the floor of the House last year. Are lawmakers more receptive this time around?
Well, we know the committee chairman of jurisdiction in the House is supportive of this plan. The privatization of the air traffic control scheme that the president proposed yesterday is essentially based on that. So it'll have some support in the House among the top Republican figures there, but it's not clear it can pass the House. And in the Senate, you have top Republicans pointing out really that you need Democratic support to get something like this done, and Democrats strongly oppose it. There is a filibuster in the Senate that Democrats can use, and they're not in favor of privatizing or partially privatizing the air traffic control system. It's a real dilemma, and you had Senator Schumer, the Democratic leader, this morning saying that Democrats are eager to work with President Trump on putting more money into the nation's infrastructure program. The $1 trillion plan that he announced, that he said he would put second to nothing on his victory speech on election night, but it hasn't happened. There's been very little communication, according to my sources, between the White House and Democrats on the issue of infrastructure.